Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, or my first book video. I don't know if any of you remember, but about coming up to 2 years ago now, I started doing Disney vlogs. However, I kind of fell out of love with it and I didn't complete the vlogs or anything, so I have decided to start again, but incorporating books into it as well, and have this as an extension of my blog and Instagram. So I hope you guys stay with me. So today, if you've seen in the title, I want to do the, forgotten what it's called, BookTube Newbie tag. There you go, I remembered. Yay! Now I have written down the answers to the questions because I have really bad memory, and I know that if I don't have this written down, there will be so many ums to edit out of this video, it will be slightly ridiculous. So I've written down the questions and a vague idea of the answer. So without further ado, I feel like we should start this before I ramble on too long. That is one thing that I do. I ramble. I apologise. The first question, why did you start this channel? I love watching BookTube, so I thought I would join in, say hello to everyone, put my take on it. I told you there'd be a lot of ums, told you. I did start a vlogging channel, as I said earlier, but I fell out of love, but I've suddenly got this big motivation to start it again, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I don't know what else to say really. Yeah. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? So I don't think I can bring anything unique, but I do hope the channel is fun. I love seeing people laugh, making people laugh, just having fun. I feel like I want this YouTube channel to be somewhere that people can come to if they love books, Disney, anything, and just relax. So that's sort of what I hope to bring to YouTube. Next page. What are you most excited for about this channel? Interacting with more people. I love talking to people, I love being social, I love talking about things with other people, I love just the general socialness of social media, and I really hope that expanding my general social media presence means I get to interact with more people. So I do have a Instagram, a Twitter and a blog, which I'll leave links in the description below, but I do hope that you guys stay and natter and yeah, welcome. Why do you love reading? I love reading because I love exploring new worlds, new realms, going into someone else's story and exploring. I love it so much, and when I get really into a character or a story, I love being able to not put a book down. That's how I know that I love a story, is that I physically can't put the book down, that I'll end up reading until 3-4 o'clock in the morning because I want to see where this character goes, or especially when I've fallen in love with a character and something terrible happens to them and I have, you know, tears streaming down my eyes. That's why I love reading. What book or series got you into reading? So this is actually quite a long story, but I'm going to try and narrow it down. I hated reading when I was younger. I absolutely hated it. And when I was 13 or 14, around that sort of time, I was in year 9, and we had a teacher from Canada, and she was a lovely teacher, but me and my mum had a one-to-one with her, and she said you know, Olivia's struggling with her reading, her English language isn't as broad as what it should be. Have you tried, what books do you read? That sort of thing. And I said, I don't read books, I don't like reading. And she said, everyone loves reading, you just need to find the right book. And I didn't believe her at the time, but lo and behold, 2 months later, that summer, I picked up Twilight, and I haven't stopped reading since. So Twilight Saga was my series that I fell in love with reading. I love that series so much. I know there are a lot of people out there who don't like it, but it will always have a special place in my heart. What question would you ask your favourite booktuber? I think for me it would be those booktubers who have a blog and a YouTube channel. How do you not repeat yourselves? How do you not do a YouTube channel and not repeat it in a blog? That's one thing that I think I'm going to definitely struggle with, is balancing the two and not repeating myself. What challenges do you think starting a book channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, it's time. I find it very difficult. Well, not difficult. I find it hard to balance time between blogging, Instagram. So adding YouTube probably isn't the best thing for me, but I really want to do it, and I love editing and I love filming and I love, like I said, interacting with you guys. So I think time management is going to be my biggest thing, and not focusing solely on YouTube or solely on blogging or solely on Instagram. I need to learn to spread myself out. Final page! When did you start reading? Well, I started reading when I was 13. If you go back a couple of questions, it's a very long story. Where do you read? I normally read on my bed or on the lounge. Normally it's on my bed, but I do love reading on a sun lounger next to a pool with the sun and the heat. Just, I love reading on holidays. I think holiday reading is my favourite reading of all. Just sitting and reading for hours on end without feeling guilty. It's wonderful. What kind of books do you like to read? I mainly read YA, be it YA urban fantasy, or as I like to call it, realistic fantasy. I also like to read contemporary YA and fantasy YA. Fantasy YA I do sometimes struggle with if there's a lot of world building. I don't particularly like too high fantasies that has a lot of world building, because I get confused very easily. So trying to remember, you know, places and people and customs and values and all of that, it confuses the hell out of me sometimes. So I don't read a lot of high fantasies. It is normally realistic fantasies, or urban fantasies as they're called, and contemporaries, mainly YA. I have been broadening myself out a little bit to middle grades. I do have a couple of adult books as well, like adult fantasy and adult urban fantasy. So yeah, they're the sort of books that I like to read. I think that's all the questions. It is. Thank you for sticking to the end and staying with me. I hope you stick around and see what other videos that I bring out. I have a couple of videos in mind, a couple of unboxing videos. I've got 3 book boxes in the corner of my room that I plan to open up with you guys. And also I'm going to bring back my Disney vlogs, but I'm going to bring them back slightly differently. They're not going to be a vlog as such, they're going to be magical memories is what I'm going to call them. So I hope you stick around for those. Thank you. I don't know how to end videos. Ow. Bye.